Okay, here's instructions on how to operate your coil that you've received. First thing, take the coil out of the box, obviously. Plug in all the cables. They can only go in one way on the coil itself. It's notched. So make sure that it's fully inserted. Screw down the locking screw. Then take the two ends of the cable, and they're paired together. You can see on yours they're attached so that you don't separate them. And plug them into the corresponding ports on the back of the amplifier. Red to red, black to black. Making sure each goes to its own side, right or left or right. Plug in the amplifier to the power source. Turn on your amplifier. Connect your phone to the Bluetooth. And once you connect it, open up your app. And now this is important. The coil itself has 3 modes. You want to keep it in the down position for most use. This is all the coils are active in a polarity that is correct to create the strongest magnetic field. So make sure that switch is on the down position, and yours is on the back of your the base of your frame on your coil. Now connect to the app, and make sure your app is in sine wave, which is the curvy first wave there. Make sure your volume is set no higher than 55% on your phone. That's max for the. If you set it higher, it will distort the signal and it will cause clipping in the amp, and it won't work correctly. Now turn up the volume on your amplifier all the way. Just turn it all the way to the right where it says volume plus. It won't stop. So you just give it like 3 or 4 good turns and you'll know that it's all the way up. Now plug in a frequency. We'll use 60 hertz for an example, because the magnet I supplied with the kit does not move at higher frequencies. It only vibrates. So the best visual representation of movement will be at 60 hertz or below. So we plug in 60 hertz, press play, put this up against the coil with the field. You should see a lot of movement. And you can see if I turn the volume down, it slows down and then stops. Turn it all the way up. And when it feels at its strongest, there's a lot of movement. So with that, you'll know the coil is working. Now, if you set it to a higher frequency, like 528 hertz, and press play, you will see very little movement, but you'll see and hear a vibration because the frequency is too high to throw the ball around. But it is working. Another way you can test the frequency is by using a magnetic field sensor. You can see here, this field is very strong, so it's maxed out the meter. But if I turn the volume now down, you can see the field decrease. And this has a radius of about 6 feet from the actual coil. A lot of people just put this next to their bedside, set a frequency, and run it all night. Now, the coil will get warm, and that's okay. It's fine. There are crystals in here that will heat up due to the electric field that go through it, but it can handle the heat, so don't worry about that. I just wouldn't run it for like weeks on end, run it for 24 hours and then turn the volume down a little bit, and then you can use it again for another 24 hours, no problem. If you run it at lower power, it'll still produce a good magnetic field, and it won't get hot, but a lot of people want the strongest field because they feel that is the most effective, but as you can see, we are maxed out and the field reaches about 6 feet. Now, when you're using this coil, there's 3 functionalities. To the bottom is named full Rodin, which means all the coils are active, and it's producing a magnetic field that is synchronized in polarity, so it'll produce a large magnetic field in either direction. Now, if you switch it to the middle position, it is half power. One of these coils is turned off, so you're only operating on one, and that still produces a magnetic field. You won't get as strong of a toroidal effect with that set on half, so people just don't really use that often. Most people will have it set to the first position. Now the third position, which is really unique, is all the way to the top. This produces a scalar field. So what it does is it reverses the polarity on each coil. So the magnetic fields that are created by each coil is in opposite polarity of each other. What that does is creates a scalar, it cancels out those two fields, and from that cancellation of the fields it produces a scalar wave, a different form of energy that is radiating out from the coil. You could use this to, it's really good at canceling unwanted electromagnetic fields. Say you got cell towers or a lot of power lines or something like that. That's really good for that. Or if you just want to cover the house, because this reaches out very far in a certain frequency, the scalar functionality is good. But now with that said, when it's on scalar mode, you will not get movement on the ball because each field is canceling each other out to produce the scalar field. So it's not the same type of field. So for your use, for most people, just keep it in the bottom switch and you should be good.